Are we about to lose Kate Roberts forever? My heartfelt thoughts on Lauren Koslow and the future of Days of Our Lives. Oh, my fellow Salem watchers, I'm sitting here with my coffee going cold because I can't stop turning this over in my mind. If you've been a loyal viewer of Days of Our Lives as long as I have, you know that moment when the storylines start feeling a little too final. The quiet goodbyes, the lingering looks, the way characters suddenly tie up loose ends that have dragged on for years. Right now, all those signs are pointing straight toward Kate Roberts, and it's breaking my heart. Lauren Koslow has been the fierce, complicated soul of Kate for decades, and the idea that we might be saying goodbye has me replaying every classic Kate moment in my head. Let me take you back and really dig into why this feels so heavy. The latest development that has everyone talking is Lauren Koslow stepping over to The Young and the Restless to play Jill Abbott while Jess Walton handles some scheduling conflicts. For those of us who remember the old days, this is a full circle moment for Lauren. She actually began her television career on Y&R more than 40 years ago. Coming back to Genoa City now, even temporarily, feels like the kind of thing that makes veteran soap fans pause and wonder if the powers that be are gently preparing us for a major change in Salem. Kate Roberts isn't just another character on the canvas. She is one of those larger-than-life figures who has survived everything Salem could throw at her. Multiple deaths, betrayals that would destroy most people, business wars that toppled empires, and enough romantic entanglements to fill a dozen history books. Lauren Koslow brought her to life with this perfect blend of steel and vulnerability that made you root for her even when she was at her most scheming. One minute Kate is seducing her way through a boardroom, the next she's fighting tooth and nail for her children with tears in her eyes. That range is rare, and it's why so many of us feel like we're losing a friend if she really is heading for the exit door. Look at what's been happening recently in Salem. Roman has been side-eyeing Kate with that classic Brady mix of love and deep disappointment. The situation with Johnny and all those tangled affairs has Roman convinced that Kate meddled again, pulling strings, whispering in the right ears, doing what Kate does best to protect her family or settle old scores. And then there's the whole mess with Bonnie's book. The publication drama added fuel to an already blazing fire. Roman, who has stood by Kate through so many storms, seems to have reached his limit this time. I can already picture the scene in the Brady pub. Dim lighting, Roman behind the bar wiping the same glass over and over, while Kate tries to explain herself with that signature defiant tilt of her chin. The argument builds, voices rise, and suddenly the words, "I need space," or worse, "maybe we should end this," hang in the air like a death sentence for their marriage. That's why Kate's current trip to spend time with Rex feels less like a simple visit and more like the beginning of a longer goodbye. In soap opera language, when a character goes to visit family out of town after a major fight with their spouse, it's often the quiet setup for something permanent. Rex has always been one of Kate's softer spots, the son she can be more open with, the one who reminds her of simpler times. Their conversations could be the emotional anchor for a farewell arc, Kate admitting her mistakes, reflecting on all the years of chaos, maybe even hinting that she doesn't know if she can keep fighting the same battles in Salem anymore. I've watched Kate evolve through so many phases. Remember when she first arrived as a force of nature, clashing with everyone from Vivian to the entire DiMera clan? She was unapologetic, using her wits and beauty as weapons in a world that constantly underestimated her. Then came the motherhood stories that showed her heart the fierce protection of Lucas, Billy, Philip, and the twins. Those scenes where she would go to any length, legal or not, to keep her kids safe were some of the most powerful in daytime television. Lauren Koslow made us feel every ounce of that maternal desperation. We yelled at the screen when she made terrible choices, and we cried with her when the consequences hit. The marriages alone could fill hours of conversation. Her relationship with Roman has always been one of the most compelling. They've had passion, betrayal, separation, reunion, and everything in between. Roman represents stability for Kate, the one man who sees both the darkness and the light in her. But even the strongest love can crack under the weight of too many secrets. If the writers are building toward a divorce, it would be devastating but strangely fitting. We've seen Kate walk away from marriages before, but losing Roman permanently would feel like the end of an era. I can imagine the final scenes. Kate packing her bags with quiet dignity, taking one last look around the room where she and Roman shared so many intimate moments, maybe leaving a note that says more than words ever could. And what about the rest of the canvas? Kate's presence has always created ripples. Her complicated history with the DiMeras, the Kyriakises, and even longtime rivals like Sammy Brady has driven so much story. Without her sharp tongue and strategic mind, Salem might lose some of its delicious edge. Who will step up to deliver those perfectly timed zingers in the Titan boardroom? Who will survive impossible situations with the same dramatic flair? Kate has been the queen of reinvention, presumed dead only to rise again stronger, broke only to rebuild an empire. If this is truly goodbye, the writers have a responsibility to give her an exit worthy of that legacy. Thinking about Lauren Koslow's journey makes this even more emotional. She has poured so much of herself into Kate over the years. The way she can shift from icy control to raw heartbreak in a single scene is masterful. Playing Jill Abbott on Y&R, even for a short run, must feel like coming home for her. Jill is another strong, survivor-type woman much like Kate. Both characters understand power, family loyalty mixed with betrayal, and the cost of living life on their own terms. I'd love to see Koslow bring that same intensity to Genoa City, trading barbs with the Abbott and Newman families. It's exciting for her as an actress, but it leaves us Days fans wondering how long she'll be away and whether she'll come back. Let's be honest with each other here. Soap operas change. Contracts get renegotiated, actors look for new challenges, and sometimes stories naturally reach their conclusion. Lauren, taking on this role with Y&R, feels significant. It's not just any guest spot, it's a major character on a sister show. Even if it's temporary, it opens the door for the Days writers to craft something meaningful for Kate. Maybe they'll give us weeks of build-up, Kate reflecting on her life, mending fences with children she's hurt, confronting old enemies one last time. Perhaps a health scare or one final grand scheme that forces her to leave town to protect someone she loves. The drama potential is endless. I remember the days when Kate faked her death or survived being buried alive or battled cancer with that same fighting spirit. Those storylines tested Lauren's range and kept us glued to the screen. If we're heading toward a real exit, I hope it's not abrupt. Kate deserves fireworks, maybe a dramatic courtroom battle, a surprise revelation about a long-lost family member, or even a final twist where she appears to leave, but we get hints that she's not really gone forever. Soaps love those lingering possibilities. For the fans who have loved her through thick and thin, this possibility hits hard. Kate represents resilience. She's the woman who came from nothing and built herself into someone powerful. She made mistakes, huge ones, but she never stopped loving her family in her own complicated way. Losing that presence would change the texture of Days. The Brady pub scenes, the Titan intrigue, the DiMera clashes, they all feel different without Kate stirring the pot. At the same time, I'm genuinely happy for Lauren Koslow. An opportunity to play Jill Abbott is a beautiful acknowledgement of her talent and longevity in this industry. Going back to where her daytime career started after more than 40 years is poetic. It shows that her work is still valued and that she can slip into another iconic role with ease. I'll be watching those Y&R episodes with interest, curious to see how she interprets Jill's fire and history. But my loyalty remains with Salem. I've invested decades in these characters, the laughter, the tears, the shocking twists that made us scream at our televisions. Kate has been central to so many of those moments. Whether it's her scheming with Vivian, her complicated dance with Stefano, or the genuine love she shared with Roman, she's unforgettable. So, what do we do while we wait to see how this plays out? We keep watching. We cherish every scene Lauren Koslow delivers in the coming weeks. We discuss theories with fellow fans. Will Roman divorce her? Will she find a new purpose with Rex? Could this visit turn into something longer while she films in Genoa City? Is there any chance she returns to Salem with a whole new attitude after her time away? My gut says the writers are setting up something significant. The suspicion from Roman, the book drama, the convenient exit to see Rex, it all feels too neatly arranged. But I also know that in the world of Days of Our Lives, nothing is ever truly final. Characters return after years away. Old rivals resurface. Love stories get second, third, even fourth chances. Maybe Kate will ride off into the sunset only to roar back later when we least expect it, with a new look and an even bolder plan. Until then, I'm savoring every moment. Lauren Koslow has given us years of unforgettable television. Whether Kate stays or goes, her impact on Days and on all of us who love the show will last forever. She's more than a character, she's part of the fabric of daytime drama history. What do you think, fellow viewers? Are we watching the beginning of the end for Kate Roberts, or is this just another chapter in her endless saga of survival and comeback? Let's talk about it. Share your favorite Kate moments, your hopes for her future, and how you think Roman and Kate's story should conclude. Because at the end of the day, that's what makes this community so special. We care deeply about these flawed, fascinating people who live in Salem. And Lauren, if you ever read this, thank you. Thank you for bringing Kate to life with such passion and skill. Whatever comes next, you've earned every bit of success and every new adventure. The drama in Salem never really stops, does it? Even when it feels like goodbye, there's always that small spark of hope that tomorrow will bring another twist. I'll be here watching, same as you. Until next time, my friends, stay tuned.